From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Afternoon Edition.
Right now in the Afternoon Edition, the end of an era for one of the pioneer companies in the social media world. Good afternoon, I'm Ryan Yamamoto. Twitter's signature bird logo leaving the nest. Chairman Elon Musk announced the rebrand for the company to X. Musk has been tweeting about the changes for a couple of days now and has repeatedly used the letter X in company names. Back in April, Twitter Incorporated changed its company name to X Corp. And the company's CEO, Linda Yaccarino, said the new X will connect people in ways they never imagined. Experts say it's hard to tell how much of a role social media will play in the future of the company.
Is he going to keep it as a hugely influential social media company, or does he want to do something else? And that will be, I think, really the key question he's facing for the next few months as he's kind of rolling this out.
And Twitter had used the blue bird as its logo for more than a decade. Turning to some of our other top stories, a massive drug bust gets more than $1 million worth of drugs off the streets of San Jose. Investigators say this was all part of a long-term drug and weapons investigation. Police pulled more than 1,000 fentanyl pills, 40 grams of cocaine, several guns, and $12,000 in cash. Police say Omar Box and Lalenia Santos were booked, and their bail is set at $5 million. Police in San Jose arresting a shooting suspect who barricaded himself inside a home. Here is the arrest just before 6:30 this morning. Police say a man fired at least one round on Renaissance Drive. This is just south of Highway 237, and a SWAT team had been on the scene since 4 o'clock this morning. People in Nevada are now taking extra precaution around Miwok Park after a bear sighting. Police say there was a sighting yesterday and they found bear droppings near the entrance to the playground. California Fish and Wildlife says while sightings are rare, if you do see a bear, don't approach it and do not run away. Police in San Francisco are investigating a wild crash in the Mission District. Watch this as a car speeds off a dead-end street and then plunges down a stairway just before landing upside down. This all happened at the Sanchez Street stairs near Dolores Park on Saturday. Betty Yu spoke to neighbors who say it's clear to them that this group was in a stolen car.
It's the kind of crash you might see in a Hollywood movie. A car barreled through a guardrail on a dead-end street in Dolores Heights, flew down an embankment, knocked down a tree, and landed upside down. It happened at 19th and Sanchez around 7:20 on Saturday.
There was a woman pulling out a guy all bloody, and the guy had a full face mask, all black, dressed in black. She was in black, red hair. Yelling at them, "We have 3 minutes till the cops come. We have 3 minutes. Hurry up."
San Francisco police said everyone inside the car fled the scene. Michael Perez was among several neighbors who rushed over to help the 5 people inside.
We saw what was going on. There was bottles of alcohol pouring out of their car, and they were all bloody, and you could tell they were up to no good. They were vandals. Like, you could tell by the way they were dressed what was spilling out of their car, and they didn't want our help. She said, "Don't touch me."
This neighbor said he spoke to a man who said he had just been carjacked.
They basically kicked him out of his car like a couple of minutes before, like somewhere down the block. He kind of fought them, and in the end, like they hit him like in the head, I think, with a gun. That's what he said. He said like when they were fighting, his shirt got torn, and like I saw that.
This drop is estimated to be at least 50 feet. One witness told us that a police officer said that a gun was also found at the scene.
I think it's a great example of how the lawlessness in San Francisco has real impact on the actual citizens and neighbors who live in the city. And so I hope this is like a little bit of a wake-up call to our politicians that we need to prosecute crimes, have more police officers.
Dave was reading a bedtime story to his daughter when he heard the collision.
Later on the camera, I found out that I passed directly past 2 of the perpetrators, or the 2 of the victims, whatever you want to call them. As they came up the steps, I went down the steps, but in the chaos, no one really noticed.
Michael painted the mural on the steps to beautify the neighborhood and deter graffiti.
Very, very easily, it could have been me. Like, I still have paint on my hands from last when I painted this.
Luckily, no passerby was injured.
I'm scared. I live like a couple houses down, and I don't want this to be happening in my neighborhood, and let alone San Francisco.
And you can find the entire video of the crash along with a few other angles of the aftermath on our website at KPIX.com. Okay, let's get the first alert meteorologist, Darren Peck. I mean, a beautiful weekend here. It was warm, it was sunny.
Yeah.
That's about to change.
That is about to change for the better for most of us, because warm and sunny, if you were near the bay, was nice. If you were inland, 105 is still a memory from this weekend's weather, and that is about to change. It's still going to be hot inland. You're still going to be in the low 90s. We'll look at daytime highs in 1 second. The main thing to see the change is look at the marine layer streaming in through the Golden Gate. So we've already got that classic onshore surge, which has picked back up again today. And you see the influence on the temperatures. It's 57 degrees in San Francisco, oblivious to the warmth that has enveloped still much of the rest of the bay. It's 80 in Concord, 78 in Livermore. A quick look ahead shows us we're still going up to 90. So technically that's still a couple of degrees above average, but you were about 16 degrees above average over the weekend. Big improvements there, and even along the bay shore, numbers will get better. Upper 70s there. Everybody's going lower. Most of us are going to be below average for the whole second half of the 70. I'll show you what that looks like coming up in a bit. Ryan, back over to you.
All right, thanks, Darren. And taking a live look at Wall Street right now on the Dow Big Board. Another day in the positive territory, 11 straight days in the up and in the green at 208 points right now. Well, California is getting $100 million to bring affordable broadband internet to across the state. Congresswoman Anna Eshoo talked about the investments at a school district in Half Moon Bay. City leaders say this year highlighted the urgent need for connectivity when they struggled to spread the word about a mass shooting at a mushroom farm and evacuations during the winter storms.
We know that access to the internet is necessary to learn, to work, and to function in the 21st century. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity.
And the White House says the money will give 27% of the state access to affordable, high-speed internet.